Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about apoptosis, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic representation of necrosis and apoptosis for the reference. So let's start our topic with introduction. Apoptosis is form of programmed cell death that plays a crucial role in maintaining the health and balance of multicellular organisms. Unlike necrosis, which results from acute cellular injury and is associated with inflammation, apoptosis is tightly regulated and energy dependent process. It eliminates old, damaged, and unnecessary cells without causing harm to surrounding tissues. Definition: apoptosis is defined as physiological process of programmed cell death that occurs in multicellular organisms. It involves sequence of controlled steps leading to orderly dismantling and removal of the cell without triggering an inflammatory response like in necrosis. Importance of apoptosis. Apoptosis is vital for numerous biological functions such as embryonic development, like in sculpting organs and removing unnecessary cells during development. Apoptosis is important. Second importance is immune system regulation. Like in eliminating self reactive immune cells to prevent autoimmunity, it is the form of apoptosis to prevent or regulate immune system. Third importance is tissue homeostasis, as maintaining a balance between cell proliferation and cell death is very important for proper maintaining of life system. Next importance is removal of damaged cells, as preventing the accumulation of cells with DNA damage or mutation is important for removing the chances of cancer or carcinoma or sarcoma. Mechanism of apoptosis. Apoptosis can be triggered by two main pathways. First pathway is intrinsic pathway, that is also called as mitochondrial pathway. This pathway is initiated within the cell in response to internal stimuli such as DNA damage, oxidative stress, and lack of growth factors. Mitochondria play a central role in this by releasing cytochrome C, which activate caspase enzyme that dismantle the cell. Second type of apoptosis or second triggering mechanism or pathway of apoptosis is extrinsic pathway, that is also called as death receptor pathway. This pathway is activated by external signals. Death receptors on cell surface like FAS receptor and TNF receptor including binds to the specific ligands that initiate a cascade that activates caspases and lead to cell death. Stages of apoptosis. First stage is signal initiation, when the cell receives internal or external signal to undergo apoptosis. Second step is activation of caspases. That is when proteolytic enzymes that are called caspases are activated, which break down cellular components. Third stage is cellular shrinkage. That is when cell becomes smaller and detached from neighboring cells. Fourth stage is chromatin condensation and DNA fragmentation. That is when nucleus condenses and DNA is cleaved into small fragments. Fifth step is when membrane blebbing. That is when plasma membrane form bubble-like protrusions. As you can see here in diagram at the side, the blue color area, the bubbles is the basically membrane blebbing. Next is formation of apoptotic body. That is when cell breaks apart into small membrane-bound fragments. You can see also this in diagram. Seventh stage of apoptosis is phagocytosis. That is when apoptotic bodies are engulfed by nearby phagocytes preventing inflammation. As you can see here in the third step of diagram. Now let's talk about morphological features of apoptosis. First is cell shrinkage. Second, chromatin condensation is there. Third, fragmentation of nucleus and DNA is done in apoptosis. Fourth is membrane blebbing. Fifth, a morphological feature is formation of apoptotic body. Sixth is lack of inflammatory response, as there is no inflammatory response. Regulation of apoptosis. Apoptosis is tightly controlled by various proteins like pro-apoptotic proteins such as BAX, BAG, and P53 that promote apoptosis, and anti-apoptotic proteins such as BCL2 and BCLXL that inhibit apoptosis. And then there are also caspases that are family of proteases that execute the apoptotic program. Now let's talk about physiological versus pathological apoptosis. Physiological apoptosis occurs regularly due to maintain homeostasis, such as during tissue development or immune regulation. Pathological apoptosis can be excessive or defective. Too much apoptosis contributes to disease like neurodegeneration, while too little can result in uncontrolled cell death, such as in cancer. Apoptosis and disease. It is increased apoptosis if there it is seen in Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, HIV or AIDS, ischemic stroke, and decreased apoptosis is seen in cancer, autoimmune diseases, that is when there is failure to eliminate harmful immune cells, and chronic inflammatory conditions. Detection of apoptosis. Several laboratory techniques can detect apoptosis, like tunnel assay, that is to detect DNA fragmentation. Flow cytometry can be done that identify apoptotic cells based on membrane changes. Caspase activity assays can be done that measure caspase enzyme activity. And microscopy can be done that observe structural changes in the cell. Comparison of necrosis. While both apoptosis and necrosis involve cell death, they differ fundamentally. Apoptosis is controlled and non-inflammatory. Necrosis is uncontrolled and usually causes inflammation. Apoptotic cells shrink, necrotic cells swell and burst. Apoptosis form apoptotic body, while necrosis causes cell lysis. Therapeutic implications. Understanding apoptosis has led to potential treatments in cancer therapy that induce apoptosis in tumor cells, neuroprotection by preventing excessive neuronal death, autoimmune diseases by restoring balance in immune regulation. Now let's talk about conclusion of this lecture video. Apoptosis is a crucial biological process that ensures the removal of damaged, dangerous, or unnecessary cells in safe and controlled manner. Its role in development, immunity, and disease make it a key area of research in modern biology and medicine. Understanding apoptosis not only explains fundamental life processes but also opens doors to therapeutic innovation in treating a wide range of diseases. And this was all about apoptosis. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.